Okay, so as all of us are already aware about the GD, pattern of the group discussion we are going to have. So I'll be giving you a topic and some time to think, and then I'll come to each one of you, and you're going to introduce the topic to the group. And in the introduction, it is expected that you will give some kind of direction or some kind of overall, perspective to the topic. After that, each one of you will be given opportunity to participate in the discussion, and that discussion will go for approximately 10 minutes, and after that we will conclude. The conclusion will be on behalf of the entire group. That is how it all goes. So you guys are already aware about that, and now we are going to have the practice of that. So anything you want to ask before I give you a topic and then we start? Anything you want to ask? Okay, so let me give you the topic now for the discussion today. The topic is New Industrial Revolution, Industry 4.0. New Industrial Revolution, comma, Industry 4.0. The topic for the discussion is New Industrial Revolution, Industry 4.0. I repeat, the topic for the discussion is New Industrial Revolution, Industry 4.0. Topic for the discussion is New Industrial Revolution, Industry 4.0. Am I audible to you, Ravali? Okay, I think Somesh can proceed ahead now.
So, good evening, everyone. My name is Somesh, and I'm glad to got this opportunity to introduce this topic. The topic given to us is New Industrial Revolution, Industry 4.0. It is quite relevant topic, and I think it is related to each one of us. Uh, this is a very recent and very interesting topic. Uh, what I think is the industrial revolution is the basic criteria for development and uh, for basic criteria for development and the need for the people. And for anything there are some pros and there are some pros and cons. Always two sides of a coin. So the positive point which I think is that it is a need to everyone, and it is required for our country. The negative side which I think the industry is related with the pollution and other kind of aspects which we going to discuss in the GD part. Now I will invite other members to follow this discussion further.
Okay. Ravali, are you ready now for New Industrial Revolution, Industry 4.0?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Ravali Kattagani. Today, given topic is Industry 4.0, and this is very relevant nowadays. In 2018, World Economic Forum launched Fourth Industrial Revolution. It is a collaboration of humans, machines, and artificial intelligence, as well as the nanotechnology also. Initially, it is work on artificial intelligence and drones. Now I want you to tell all, like earlier we have the industrial resolutions 1, 2, and 3, how it will be differentiated from the industrial resolution 4.0. Is this be really useful to the future generations or not?
Okay, that's it, Ravali?
Yes.
Okay, now we go to Harshit.
Good evening, friends. My name is Harshit Sharma. I'm glad to start the discussion. Friends, the topic given to us is Industrial Revolution 4.0. In my opinion, it is a topic of current relevance. Industrial Revolution 4.0 is the best opportunity that we had. That we have the current technology and the youth, and we have the young population we had. With the two industrial revolutions, the British, because of the Britishers, we cannot utilize it, and with the third revolutions in hand, we are just in the urge of developing in the state of development. So with this, we have the opportunity to excel our country. So now I invite all of my friends to participate in this discussion.
Okay, Jyotsna.
Yes, sir. My name is Jyotsna Singh. I'm glad to start this discussion. In my opinion, this topic is related to current scenario, and the topic is a new revolution industrial 4.0. आई थिंक इंडस्ट्री रिवॉल्यूशन इसीलिए जरूरी है आज की डेट में जो रिवॉल्यूशन चल रहा है बिकॉज हम इसके बहुत सारे बेनिफिट भी हैं और कुछ डिसएडवांटेज भी हैं जैसे कि हम कुछ डिसएडवांटेज की बात करना चाहेंगे एंड कुछ इसके इम्पैक्ट्स भी हैं कुछ चैलेंजेस भी हैं और टुडे इंडस्ट्री रिवॉल्यूशन बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी भी है हमारी डे टू डे लाइफ को मेंटेन करने के लिए तो आई थिंक आई वुड लाइक टू कंटिन्यू दिस डिस्कशन.
Okay, DK.
Hello friends, my name is Divakar Kumar and I'm very glad to take the opportunity to say about something about the current topic which has given as the industrial revolution, industry 4.0. जैसा कि हम जानते हैं भारत एक बहुत इमर्जिंग इकोनॉमी है और उसके हिसाब से और एक बड़ी आबादी यूथ पॉपुलेशन है. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, you are.
So the country like India जहाँ पे एक इतनी बड़ी emerging population है और इतनी बड़ी emerging economy है तो यहाँ पर बहुत ही एक सोचने वाली बात है कि नई टेक्नोलॉजीज और किस तरह से हम टेक्नोलॉजीज और AI का यूज करके कैसे इंडस्ट्री को बढ़ावा दे ताकि ज्यादा से ज्यादा एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट हो पाए और कंट्री आगे बढ़ पाए. तो इस तरह से बहुत ही जरूरी है. Now I give the opportunity to others.
Okay, Saurabh.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity to start the discussion. So the the topic for today's discussion is the industrial revolution, that is the industry 4.0. This is the topic of current relevance also, and it is very much emerging in the today's industry. So first of all, I want to focus my discussion on what is industrial revolution 4.0. What does we mean by industrial revolution 4.0? So the industrial revolution is the collaboration of the humans with the machines and the technologies which are emerging in the field. Technologies, by the technologies I mean the artificial intelligence technology, robotics technology, nanotechnology, means all the supercomputing technologies which are there, we want to merge them with the humans. So what it will do, it will reduce the human efforts, it will save us our time, and it will be cost effective, but it is having some challenges also and some disadvantages also. In terms of disadvantages, we can say that there will be less human intervention then, so there will be some problems in case of employment and all that things. So we can discuss this topic based on the benefits of the industrial revolution and the challenges which we will face. Also the discussion would be on how to implement the technologies, that is the artificial intelligence, and how to bring that technologies in the daily work which we are doing or in the basic industry which we are surrounded by us. So I open this house for the discussion.
Okay, now I think Sonali. Unmute, Sonali, unmute yourself.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sonali Gupta. Today's GD topic is Industry 4.0. This is the fourth industrial revolution, and Industry 4.0 revolution means it related to data science and artificial intelligence. By Industry 4.0 revolution, we want to less human effort. We replace human by robots, and it has many advantages and many disadvantages. Also, later we will discuss its positive and negative part on later. Thank you, sir.
Okay, now Amar.
Yes, sir. So, good evening to all of you. And so I'm glad to continue our discussion further about the new industrial revolution, that is 4.0. Basically, basically everybody was saying about the industries 4.0 as only artificial intelligence and this advanced robotics technologies or the internal accessibility which we are using nowadays. But in addition to that, in terms of our engineering background is concerned, I can also correlate this industries 4.0 with the additive manufacturing systems that we are using nowadays. First, second is the cloud computing concept that basically deals with the storing and accessibility of the data of the various data from various input storage by internet that we are using. For example, the best example is the Gmail cloud. So as this industry is 4.0 is a new industrial revolution, so basically it has some do's and don'ts including with it. So our direction of discussion should be basically on the positive aspects, because there is a lots of positive aspects by such new industrial revolution. So although this new 4.0 industries that has been started since 2011 by German, so it's a new revolution, industrial revolution that has been started by German in 2011. So around 10 to 11 years it was going on that we are adapting this industries 4.0. So I will like to invite others, our colleague, to to give their points regarding this do's and don'ts about this thing, and let have a discussion about this so that our discussion will be fruitful and successful. So thank you.
Okay, now Divyanshu.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Divyanshu, and the topic given for today's discussion is Industrial Revolution 4.0. In my opinion, the topic is of current relevance as it focuses on technology and innovation, artificial intelligence, and 3D printing and quantum computing like this. So, in my opinion, it has its own advantages and challenges. Let's see how this discussion will go.
Okay, so I think everybody has introduced the topic, and now we enter into the second phase of GD, that is the discussion among ourselves. So you are to listen to what others are saying and give your own points and agree or disagree with others, so that at the end we could come out with some kind of conclusion of entire discussion. So now I open the house for discussion among all of you. Please proceed ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, guys. As discussed by all of us, and all of us has given the introduction about the topic that Industry 4.0 is related with the artificial intelligence, additive manufacturing, quantum techniques. But the additive manufacturing, where we stand as a India in the additive manufacturing. So I would like to focus on that. So after China and US, we are at the third position now, and Japan also. Sorry, we are at the fourth position now in terms of industrial revolution. So and now the World Economic Forum has also launched its fourth industrial revolution center at Maharashtra. So it is of a great opportunity as to excel in the industrial revolution sector. So the primary task for the industrial revolution sector is to how to train that artificial intelligence model. So we are having lots of data from many years, from like 30 to 40 years we are collecting the data, and it is getting storing day by day. So we are not at the lack of the data, but we have to train the model on that data so that the model can learn and they can predict if any new data comes to them, and they can give the solution based on that data. So it is very necessary that the data prediction and the proper analysis of the data which we have today is to be done for the better results of the industrial revolution 4.0. Anyone
So,
can?
So
Yes,
basically the industry 4.0 is now almost been trending since 10 years. So it's basically, in one line, if I will say, it is basically the connectivity between our physical world with its virtual world. That is the connectivity. So although there is a lots of advantages, obviously there is a lots of advantages. We are accessible to the internet that you are using nowadays. So but in India, basically what is happening, everybody are not able to access this kind of internets everywhere, because right now also there is a internet issues. Even if we have seen in the COVID times also, the online classes when our education system just changed to online mode. All the school benches that comes to phone, that 4x4 4x4 meter screen.
हाँ, तो इससे तो हम ये कहना चाहेंगे कि कोविड टाइम पे जो हुआ था, जो ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन के लिए प्रमोट हुआ था, तो काफी ज्यादा बेनिफिट ही रहा था। एक तरीके से ये नहीं कह सकते कि डिसएडवांटेज भी था। कोविड के टाइम पे जब इंटरनेट का यूज करके काफी सारे लोगों ने उसको एक एजुकेशन भी मिला एंड उसके हेल्थ सेक्टर में भी काफी कुछ प्रॉफिट मिला, तो इंडस्ट्री रिवॉल्यूशन के कुछ एडवांटेज भी है एंड डिसएडवांटेज भी है। तो एडवांटेज
मेरे कहने का मतलब है कि डिसएडवांटेजेस तो बहुत ही ज्यादा था, लेकिन उसमें भी जैसे 10-20% कुछ जो डिसएडवांटेजेस पे मैं उस पर भी फोकस करना चाह रहा हूँ। जैसे कि जो इंटरनल एक्सेसिबिलिटी, जैसे हम लोग के पास इंटरनेट है, हम लोग वी आर इकोनॉमिकली स्टेबल, कि हम लोग वो सब एक्सेस कर सकते हैं। और हमारे पास, और इवन ऐसे भी हो रहा है कुछ जैसे कि विलेज और जो प्रोमोटेड एरियाज जो है, विलेज बहुत दूर जो जगह पर, वहां पर भले ही लोगों के पास पैसा है, वो एक्सेस कर सकते हैं इंटरनेट, लेकिन उनके पास इंटरनेट टावर नहीं पहुंचता था, तो उसकी वजह से भी बहुत कुछ दिक्कत हुआ है।
But I would like to one more point, my friend.
Okay, please.
Yeah, it is the need of the time, but the thing is, our population, big population is ready for this change? Because वैसे भी अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट अभी हिस्ट्री में, मतलब इंडियन हिस्ट्री में सबसे हाईएस्ट रेट पे है, सबसे हाईएस्ट पीक पे है। और क्या इस चेंज के बाद एक बहुत बड़ी पॉपुलेशन अनएम्प्लॉय नहीं हो जाएगी? और उस अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट को कैसे मैच करेंगे? पर ये इनह्यूमनाइजेशन भी होता है।
Guys, please, ठीक है, please continue.
What I am saying that the employment rate is not go down because it is related with the skills, which that it is the industrial revolution is related to the AI, robotics, and other kind of data science and machine learning things, which we required as a skill. And by requiring this skill, जब गेन कर लेंगे हम ऐसे स्किल्स, तो फिर हम बहुत सारी जगह पे अपना एम्प्लॉयमेंट ढूंढ सकते हैं, जॉब भी ढूंढ सकते हैं। तो एम्प्लॉयमेंट
it is right. So I think the problem
I feel before this change, government should make some policies like how to educate that big mass population and to adopt these things like technologies and AI, because our most of the population is not even aware about the AI things and technologies.
Basically to make thinking.
Already the skills, this 4.2 revolution is already adopted. When we are seeing in the higher studies, like we go for MTech or MS, we see that in every field that AI and data science kind of thing is already.
Yeah, Somesh, it is right.
Okay.
You can see that one machine.
But basically,
technology and innovation is important for us, but I think the main issue is the adaptability of the people and also the infrastructure in India. Both are lacking here. So we cannot just sit in the metropolitan city and say we are going to implement it. It has its own, that disadvantage. It will not go further the metropolitan city in India nowadays.
No,
will be only
if we are talking,
ये कहना चाहोगे कि जो टॉपिक है वो इंडस्ट्री रिवॉल्यूशन 4.0 पे डिस्कस करना है, वो जो टॉपिक है वो डेविएट डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है।
कुछ डेविएट की बात नहीं है।
इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन से होगा क्या कि हमारे पास जो हॉस्पिटल्स हम लोग जो जाते हैं जहाँ पर, और वहाँ पर हमें सस्ते दामों पे अच्छा हमें ट्रीटमेंट मिल सकता है। एक तरह से जो फिजिकली एबल्ड जो लोग हैं उनके लिए बहुत आराम से एक तरह से रेवोल्यूशनरी हो जाएगा।
पर क्या
जैसा आईटी मद्रास ने
ऑलरेडी हम लोग कोविड में देख लिया कि टेक्नोलॉजीज पे बहुत ज्यादा डिपेंडेंसी ने हमें
हम बहुत ज्यादा डिपेंडेंट हो गए, लेकिन
क्योंकि हम लोग डिपेंडेंसी बढ़ती जा रही है। अगर हम लोग इस चेंजेस के बाद हमारी डिपेंडेंसी और ज्यादा नहीं बढ़ जाएगी, और क्या फिर क्या ह्यूमंस ultimately
dependency तो बढ़नी ही है ना। We use resources then the dependency will also increase. ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं।
रिवॉल्यूशन अगर हम लोग देखिए, हम लोग अगर इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन की अगर बात कर रहे हैं, अगर हम लोग इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन की बात करें, इसका मतलब है कि एवरीबडी, हम लोग का कंट्री में हर कोई उसको एक्सेसिबल कर रहा है, उसको यूज कर रहे हैं, डे टू डे लाइफ में यूज का नेसेसरी कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि रिवोल्यूशन की हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, हम लोग किसी एक दो पॉइंट
और क्या सस्टेनेबिलिटी पे नहीं देखनी पड़ेगी। नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज का जो इतना दोहन किया है, क्या हम उसको कैसे कंपनसेट करेंगे? आखिर हमारे नेचुरल रिसोर्स जो इतने बुरी तरह से एक्सप्लॉइट हो रहे हैं उसको हम लोग और कैसे कंपनसेट करेंगे? अल्टीमेटली इस इंडस्ट्री 4.0 के चेंज आने के बाद जो चेंजेस होंगे, चेंजेस के बाद ये तय बात है कि प्रकृति का और ज्यादा दोहन होने वाला है। और ऑलरेडी हम लोग देख चुके हैं कि हम लोगों ने
सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट हैंड में हमारे पास
Mr. Nikke, I agree with your statement. I agree with your totally. I agree with your statement. But मैं ये कहना चाहूंगी जो इंडस्ट्री रिवॉल्यूशन 4.0 है, इसकी भी हमको जरूरत है। अगर हम इसका यूज नहीं करेंगे तो हम काफी पीछे चले जाएंगे। अगर हम सारी चीजों को कंटिन्यू यूज नहीं कर सकते कि हमने जो बात करी थी,
First we have to prepare for that. It's not like
हम लोग इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन की बात कर रहे हैं ना, हम लोग ग्रीन हाउस रिवॉल्यूशन की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं।
We are modifying or we are making the industry with the help of data science. So data science, we are making one robot, and one robot is doing the work of 100 or thousands of people. So we are not exploiting the nature with that, na? We are doing that work.
Yes.
No, we know that it has a lot of advantages.
There are some points. No. There are.
We are living in the world. We have to maintain that level.
Big industry, but that work is done by one robot only.
Yes.
So you have to invest for that one robot. We are not exploiting the nature with that.
Yes. And before that, before this industrial revolution 4.0, we have lots of industrial revolution. In the 1784, there is the machine revolution started in factories using of machines. After that, the electricity and steel also started. And after the so revolution. Yes. Every देखिए
I want to add something. Industrial revolution 4.0, like some challenges. अगर हम कुछ challenges की बात करते हैं तो इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन से काफी कुछ चीजें जो है हमारे लिए इजी वे में हो गई है। जैसे मशीन है, वो हमारे जो काफी ज्यादा टफ वर्क है, हार्ड वर्क है, उसको काफी इजी वे में कर लेता है। लाइक कंप्यूटर की हम बात करते हैं तो काफी ज्यादा कैलकुलेशन जो एक मेंटली पॉसिबल नहीं हो पाती थी, वो एक इजीली वे में कर सकता है। देन अगर हम क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग की बात करें तो काफी ज्यादा जो डाटा रहते हैं, जो हार्ड कॉपी के डाटा रहते हैं, उनको भी जो है स्टोर करके रख सकते हैं। और देखिए चैलेंजेस की बात करते हैं हम, तो चैलेंजेस की साइबर सिक्योरिटी जो है वो काफी ज्यादा रहती है। जो साइबर सिक्योरिटी बहुत ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है, और जो काफी ज्यादा जो चीजें होती है वो भी हमारी डिस्क्लोज हो जाती है। तो ऐसा नहीं है कि
ज्योत्सना जी, आपके इन एडिशन टू योर पॉइंट, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में हम लोग इंडस्ट्रियल रिवोल्यूशन को बहुत ज्यादा यूज कर रहे हैं आजकल। जो एडिटिव मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जो हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं, जो हम लोग सीख रहे हैं, फिर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, जो बेस्ट एग्जांपल हम लोग मूवीज वगैरह में देखते हैं, जैसे आयरन मैन का वो एग्जांपल, डार्विस के बारे में जो एग्जांपल, या गूगल जो हम लोग खुद यूज करते हैं, स्पीक खाली बोल के हम लोग विदाउट टाइप करके वो सब कर रहे हैं। तो ये सब हम लोग के प्रॉफिट में भी आता है। आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की बात हम लोग कर रहे हैं।
वहाँ पर उसको भी बहुत ज्यादा हेल्प पड़ेगी। हमारी सेक्टर है, हम लोग बहुत आराम से सब कुछ कर सकते हैं यहाँ पर।
और सबसे to this disadvantages, we may not able to differentiate the art which is artificial or which is real, and still there is a lot of illiterate people is also there, because they don't know how this policy
and also
can eliminate the lot of traditional
I want
jobs
to add
also.
some point that
and also there is a missing infrastructure, internet.
Sonali, please. Sonali ji, please. Sonali ji, please.
मैं ये कहना चाहूंगी कि इंडस्ट्रियल 4.0 रिवॉल्यूशन से काफी हद तक डिजिटलाइजेशन में हेल्प मिलेगा, जिससे कि जो भी ऑफिसेज है, अभी जो भी ऑफिसेज में पेपर वर्क होता है, उसको हम लोग ई ऑफिस में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं। तो वो काफी हद तक ऑफिस वर्क को डिजिटलाइजेशन में हेल्प करेगा, और डिजिटलाइजेशन से करप्शन को भी हैंडल करने में काफी हद तक हेल्पफुलनेस हो सकता है, क्योंकि
कुछ हद तक है
इंडस्ट्री, तो ट्रांसपेरेंसी में उसको हेल्प मिलेगा। हेलो, जो क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग है, उससे जो ऑफिस के डेटाज है, जो भी ऑफिसेज है, ऑल ऑफिसेज है, गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस है ना, ऑल द ऑफिसेज, वो डेटा को स्टोर कर सकते हैं, काफी हद तक जो वर्क कल्चर है, जो ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस
नहीं पर वो तो अभी
Yes, yes, I am agree with you.
सोनाली जी, सोनाली जी,
रिवर्सलाइज
in
कर
addition
सकता है, जो कि इन पेपर
Sonali,
गवर्नमेंट, हाँ,
okay,
यस,
let me speak. Yes, I am totally agree with you. What I am saying, I also want to add something that after every revolution, what we see that we are going into the development phase, and we are living in the world where we have to maintain that level with all of the countries. So AI and robotics were in the boom within आगे के 5-6 सालों में अब बहुत ज्यादा बूम पे चला जाएगा. इस वजह से हमें भी उस लेवल को मेंटेन करना है. एज डीके सेइंग दैट वी हैव टू बी स्टेबल इनफ. हमें बहुत ज्यादा परेशानियां हो जाएंगी. दैट इज नॉट द इशू. वी हैव टू मेंटेन दैट लेवल इन ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड. तो हमें जैसे कि अभी यूक्रेन था, तो यूक्रेन और रशिया की लड़ाई हुई, तो उसमें क्या हुआ कि यूक्रेन ने क्या किया कि वो रशिया से थोड़ा सा कम उस पे डेवलपमेंट टेक्नोलॉजीज के मामले में कम था. इस वजह से रशिया उस पर हावी पड़े. तो वी हैव टू टोटली नॉट सीइंग दोस काइंड ऑफ नेगेटिव aspects of this. This is only a positive aspect.
Yes, I agree.
In addition to that, in addition to that, I want to add one point कि हम लोग एक चीज और भी भूल रहे हैं. इंडस्ट्री 4.0 का एक अच्छा वर्जन है, वो है साइबर सिक्योरिटी. क्योंकि साइबर सिक्योरिटी बहुत जरूरी है. क्योंकि आपको आजकल हम लोग देख भी रहे हैं कि जैसे नेट में से चोरी हो रहा है, पैसे चोरी हो रहे हैं, या कुछ सिक्योरिटी इश्यूज आ रहे हैं, या क्वेश्चन पेपर कहीं पे लीक हो जाता है, ऑनलाइन चीजें भी. तो उस ऑनलाइन हैकिंग वैकिंग जो हो रहा है, उस चीज को भी मिनिमाइज करने के लिए इंडस्ट्रियल रिवोल्यूशन होना जरूरी है. क्योंकि हैकिंग भी एक तरह से बहुत हावी हुआ था. इसलिए तो
प्राइमरली
अमर, मैं ये कहना चाहूंगी कि ये जो आपने जो बात कही थी साइबर सिक्योरिटी होना चाहिए, बट कहीं ना कहीं ये इसी की वजह से ही तो आ रहा है ना. तो इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन में इतनी ज्यादा चीजें जो हो रही है वो शॉर्ट टर्म में है, लेकिन जो इम्पैक्ट जो आता है वो इन्हीं की वजह से आता है. अगर हम
साइबर सिक्योरिटी,
इसी की वजह से ब्लॉकचेन डेवलपमेंट टेक्नोलॉजी है, हम लोग इससे बहुत आराम से हेल्प कर सकते हैं. जैसे कि क्रिप्टोकरेंसी वगैरह है, ठीक है, क्रिप्टोकरेंसी वगैरह है.
These are all blockchain technology that all of the kind were related with all this industrial 4.0 well included in it.
क्योंकि हम लोग समझ हम लोग जब डिस्कशन शुरू भी की, उसमें तो डूज एंड डोंट्स का हम लोग वर्ड यूज किए हैं, इसलिए क्योंकि उसमें पॉजिटिव एस्पेक्ट भी है, कुछ नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट भी है. जैसे साइबर सिक्योरिटी के बाद जैसे बोले कि इस चीज की वजह से हैकिंग भी हो रहा है, तो ठीक है, इस चीज की वजह से हम लोग एंटी हैकिंग भी तो इसमें इंप्रूव करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, अपने सॉफ्टवेयर को अपडेट करते रहते हैं, कुछ ना कुछ होते रहता है फोन में.
And nowadays we are using most of Internet of Things, like Internet of Things we are using.
उसके बाद हमें और ज्यादा
प्लीज कंटिन्यू रिवाली, प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
उस वजह से हमें
let's
जो ओके. सो व्हाट अमर इज सेइंग, जैसे कि हमें एंटी हैकिंग पीपल भी चाहिए, तो होगा क्या कि उसके से और ज्यादा एम्प्लॉयमेंट क्रिएट होगा, और भी ज्यादा लोग चाहिए होंगे जो उस तरह के स्किल्स को जानते हो. तो दैट इज अ पॉजिटिव वे ऑफ दिस इंडस्ट्री 4.0 आल्सो.
I agree, but how do you implement it? You think
जब ये जो बात चल रही थी अभी कि अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट ज्यादा हो जाएगा, तो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट ज्यादा तब होगा जब हम रॉबोट पे ज्यादा डिपेंडेंट हो जाएंगे मशीन पे. बट अगर हम उनका प्रॉपर यूज करेंगे, प्रॉपर इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे, तो कहीं ना कहीं जो जॉब है वो भी कहीं ना कहीं जो है इंक्रीज होंगी, क्योंकि आखिरकार मशीन को चेक करने के लिए भी तो ह्यूमंस की जरूरत होती है, तो भी कहीं ना कहीं जरूरत होगी.
एट सम पॉइंट दैट जब कंप्यूटर आया था, हेलो, जब कंप्यूटर आया था उस टाइम पे भी ये बात कहा गया था कि कंप्यूटर आने से लोगों के रोजगार को हानि होगी, लोगों के रोजगार चले जाएंगे. लेकिन कंप्यूटर के आने से और एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट हुई है, ना कि उसमें कोई कमी आई है. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इंडस्ट्री 4.0 आने से एम्प्लॉयमेंट और जनरेट होगा, ना कि इसमें कोई कमी आएगा.
और I want to
add some point of Sonali, like as he said कि इससे और ज्यादा एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट होगा. और ये बहुत ही बड़ी बात है कि इंडिया जो कि ऑलरेडी आईटी का एक बहुत बड़ा हब है और फार्मास्यूटिकल्स का, तो क्या इंडिया उसमें इंडस्ट्री 4.0 में भी एक बहुत बड़ा अपना रोल नहीं बनाएगा पूरे दुनिया में? क्या इंडस्ट्री 4.0 के लिए इंडिया कुछ नई टेक्नोलॉजी, कुछ नई मैन पावर नहीं देके कुछ नया इनोवेशन नहीं कर सकता, और इंडिया बहुत आगे जा सकता है इसमें? मुझे लगता है इसकी बहुत अच्छी पॉइंट है कि इंडिया के लिए बहुत बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी है.
देखिए बहुत बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी
इंडिया के लिए बहुत अच्छा अपॉर्चुनिटी है, बट मेन प्रॉब्लम इज दैट कि इंडिया में अवेयरनेस की थोड़ी नहीं बहुत ज्यादा कमी है. अगर हम इंडस्ट्री रिवॉल्यूशन की बात करते हैं तो वो भी कुछ चीज पे बहुत ज्यादा है.
नेसेसिटी इज द मदर ऑफ इन्वेंशन। as soon as जहां भी हमें चेंजेस करनी पड़ती है, फिर धीरे धीरे पब्लिक अडॉप्ट हो जाती है। पहले एनपीसीआई ने जब नया यूपीआई पेमेंट सिस्टम बनाया था, तब भी यही प्रॉब्लम होता कि लोग कैसे करेंगे। लोगों ने मजाक उड़ाया कि क्या सब्जी वाले भी अब यूपीआई लेके बैठेंगे। पर आज ये है ना कि आज रोड पे 1 रुपए का भी सामान बेचने वाला बंदा आज यूपीआई यूज कर रहा होता है।
ठीक है, बट अगर हम पूरे इंडिया में इस चीज को सर्वे करते हैं तो हम यही पाते हैं कि अभी भी कुछ चीजों में कमी है। अगर हम सिर्फ ये जो चीजें हैं वो हम एक मेट्रो सिटीज में या फिर कुछ हाईलाइटेड जगह में हम देख सकते हैं, बट ऑल ओवर अगर इंडिया पे सर्वे करते, टोटल इंडिया पे सर्वे करते, तो इनमें भी हम पीछे ही हैं। हम पूरी तरीके से ये नहीं कह सकते कि हम चाइना को या फिर जापान को टक्कर दे रहे हैं।
But we are much capable in adapting new technology because India has shown its results in the past.
हाँ, नहीं अभी भी ठीक है जी, अभी भी इंडिया रिजल्ट दे रहा है। अगर आप 4.0 की बात करें, जैसे कि हम लोग मेडिकल साइंस अभी कितने जो मशीन्स आजकल इक्विपमेंट्स तो सब यूज हो रहे हैं। डॉक्टर्स आप लोग देख रहे हैं कितना अच्छे इक्विपमेंट्स।
बायोमेडिकल उसमें भी बहुत सारे एआई और डेटा साइंस
कोविड में
सही होते हैं।
2 years विदिन, हाँ, ये 2-2.5 साल कोविड में आप हर कोई देख रहे हो कि हम लोग का हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कितना इंप्रूव होते जा रहा है। उनको जब पता चला कि नेसेसिटी जरूरी पड़ रहा है।
I think I completely agree with you. But I would like to add one more. Now, okay, let's conclude now. Sumesh,
not only in the medical.
Okay, Sumesh, you go ahead with now. Sumesh, please conclude now.
Yes, sir.
Everybody will get 1 minute to conclude.
Yes.
Sumesh, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, sir, okay. So, my friend, I have got this opportunity to conclude this discussion. The discussion is gone not very healthy. It is a very rough discussion. We were not gone into the consensus. Like Amar is saying that there are very much positive aspects, like lot of skills were required, and that those would create some employment. Like Ravali and like DK is saying that there were some kind of bad effects which are also like in nature, and unemployment were happen due to this AI and data science. So the discussion is not going to a conclusion.
Okay, now Ravali.
Yes, sir. As you people already said, very relevant issues. As coming to the industry 4.0 is the biggest opportunity to India. As we come, as I conclude to that, coming to the positives, massive digital transformation and healthcare, agriculture and digitalization. And coming to the negatives, we may not able to differentiate what is real or what is artificial, and still there is a digital illiterate people also, and cybersecurity issues also we are facing. So we need to utilize this industry 4.0 opportunity to improve our country as well as to improve our world economics.
Okay, now Harshit.
Yes, sir. Okay, friends. Thank you so much for giving me to conclude this topic. Industrial 4.0 is an opportunity to improve our lives and to build inclusive societies. We need to prepare ourselves to adopt these changes. As Josna rightly said that in this process, no one should be left out. There's a need to upgrade the skills of employees of all sectors and to improve digital literacy and to upgrade the infrastructure to catch up with the Industrial Revolution 4.0. Yes.
Josna?
Yes, sir. हाँ, मैं इस टॉपिक पे कंक्लूड करना चाहूंगी कि ये जो इंडस्ट्री रिवॉल्यूशन 4.0 है, तो ये हमारे लिए भी जरूरी है, पूरे ऑल ओवर ह्यूमन बीइंग के लिए भी, क्योंकि हम अपनी डेली जो लाइफ है उसमें काफी कुछ चीजें हैं वो इजीली नहीं कर सकते, तो हमको कहीं ना कहीं मशीनों की जरूरत पड़ती है। और प्लस इंडस्ट्री में भी मशीनों की जरूरत पड़ती है, काफी ज्यादा जो हार्ड वर्किंग वर्क होते हैं उनको करने में काफी ज्यादा हेल्प मिलती है। तो इसके बहुत सारे नेगेटिव और पॉजिटिव एस्पेक्ट्स भी है जो अभी हमने डिस्कस किए थे। तो पॉजिटिव एस्पेक्ट्स जो है वो काफी ज्यादा है, नेगेटिव भी ज्यादा ही है, इन पर कुछ ज्यादा चर्चा नहीं की इस दौरान। तो जो पॉजिटिव एस्पेक्ट्स है लाइक एआई हो गया, नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी प्लस रोबोट्स के बारे में हमने, मिसाइल्स के बारे में भी कुछ बात नहीं की थी, देन 3D प्रिंटिंग एंड हॉस्पिटल्स में भी हेल्थ केयर, अ लॉट ऑफ चीजें जो है जो पॉजिटिव एस्पेक्ट्स में बात कहती हैं। देन इसके जो नेगेटिव पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है, नेगेटिव पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ये है कि साइबर सिक्योरिटी जो कहीं ना कहीं हर किसी को फेस करनी पड़ती है, इसके बारे में इस डिस्कस में काफी कम चर्चा हुई थी, तो मुझे लगता है इस पर थोड़ा सा जोर देना चाहिए था। एंड जो इंडस्ट्री रिवॉल्यूशन है वो काफी ज्यादा जरूरी भी है हमारे लिए, क्योंकि इससे कहीं ना कहीं हमारी इंडिया को भी एक इकोनॉमिक लेवल पे काफी ज्यादा मतलब टॉप पर लेकर जाएगा। तो दिस इज फ्रॉम मतलब फ्रॉम माय साइड।
Okay. DK?
Sir, we already have lots of point on this. Some of the point is positive or negative on the terms of Industry 4.0. But yeah, there was some negative one like employment is going to be increased. But the thing is, we have to adopt this because if we are not going to adopt right now, then we are going to be lag in some part of them because we already have a large number of population of which is unemployed. But we have to adopt this technology to surpass all our competitors in terms of economy and in terms of other aspects also. Thank you.
Okay. Next is now Saurabh.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I would like to conclude this topic. So it was, I think, according to me, it was a good discussion, but it was concentrated on some areas only. We were talking about digitalization. We were talking about means cloud computing and all these things. But some area like the additive manufacturing, which was only mentioned, but the CNC, VMC machines by Amar, it was mentioned only, but it was not, we not talked about that. We not talked about the 3D printing. So all that aspects should have also been covered. Also, Josan has made some good point that cloud computing we are doing, but cyber security is the need because of the cloud computing only. Na? So there are means because of industrial revolution, also there are some need which are arising because of that. So we have to take them as a challenges, and the biggest challenges I think is the unemployment because one machine is replacing around 1,000 of workers. So as mentioned by DK also, there is also impacts on the natural exploitation and all that things. So I think it is not that much impacted, but we have to take into account some points from that also and keep in mind the sustainable development as a means as a trademark or as the standardized that we should revolve around the sustainable development only. Then the industrial revolution will boom our natural resources and all that things, and the exploitation will also not take place. So I think it was a good discussion. Thank you, guys.
Okay, Sonali.
I want to conclude the group discussion which we have discussed in some points. Firstly, we have discussed what is industrial what is the industry 4.0. Later, we have discussed its positive aspect and its negative aspect. In positive aspect, we have discussed that ये जो है क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग, डेटा साइंस, एआई, ये जो हमारी सर्विस सेक्टर इंडस्ट्री है उसमें बहुत ही हेल्प कर सकता है, हमारे जीडीपी में बहुत हेल्प कर सकता है एंड ये इंडिया के लिए बहुत बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी है। इसके थ्रू हम लोग करप्शन को हैंडल कर सकते हैं और इसके कुछ नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट भी है कि जैसा कि हम लोग डिस्कस किया कि इससे अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट को बढ़ावा मिलेगा, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट बढ़ सकती है और भी जो इससे जो नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज है उसका एक्सप्लोटेशन हो सकता है, जस्ट लाइक 5G ये है 5G, उसके थ्रू बर्ड्स को हार्म हो सकता है ड्यू टू सिग्नल। And I want to say that a coin has two parts, one is positive and one is negative. So I think we should see the positive aspect of industry 4.0 and we should adopt sustainable development. Through that we can grow, we can support our country economy.
Okay. Amar?
Yes, sir. So I'd like to conclude our group discussion that basically this industrial revolution, industries 4.0, it has obviously it has both positive and negative aspects. If I'm talking about the positive aspects, there I have already told you there is a cloud computing, cyber security, additive manufacturing too. But in addition to that, if I will take the master stroke of this industry 4.0 will be in our health sector. That means that in the medical sector, that you are right now using lots of advanced machining, that advanced treatments kind of stuff there. And second thing, the master stroke is in our aerospace part, where we are now right now digitalizing everything, and as per we are controlling our satellites, our everything, the ISRO which they are dealing with. And third one is our military also. Even if we are using this industries 4.0 industry revolution regarding our country's security too, because in military organizations also this will be a very good asset for using this industrial revolution, this 4.0. And of course it has some negative impacts. That is, first on some have said about its awareness, everybody, they are not aware about this how to use. Or second thing, accessibility, because everybody will not be able to access the internet, or maybe if they are accessing the internet, then it may not be beneficial to them for now. Maybe in the further times, when everything will be adopted by everybody, then that may be a very good asset for others also. And yeah, so these are some points which I am concluding.
Devanshu?
I like to conclude that by saying it was a good learning experience for all of us, so as to broaden our perspective by understanding different viewpoints on this topic. Though it had some shortcomings, like the employability issue, the infrastructure in the country, but we were all of the consensus that it is good for our economy in the long run, and also to help us with to go in hand with the world in this globalization era. Thank you.
Okay, so I think everybody has concluded it also now, and it's time I give you the feedback and the topic, how you have to speak on this. I'll go with the first feedback of each one of you, and then I give you what can be the best answer to this group discussion. So I start with the Somesh. I have divided this entire GD into 3 parts: introduction, body, and conclusion part. 6 marks are basic from where you start. 7 are supposed to be good, and you need to try to reach up to 7.5. So I give Somesh 6, 6, and 5.5. 6 in introduction, 6 in body, and 5.5 in conclusion. So Somesh can speak, he has a capability, but as of now Somesh is not speaking much. He said the topic is relevant, basic criteria of the development is this. Then he tried to give the classification to this discussion as pros and cons, positive and negative. He talked about negative can be pollution, and later on he said that okay, we need to acquire the skills for getting the benefit of this particular entire thing, and he said the discussion is rough. At the end he said it is rough. What all I can say is, like, you need to choose the classification very cautiously. There may be certain things which do not which can't be put in the category of advantage and disadvantage. If I ask you what is the disadvantage of computer as a technology, so here the topic is not like उसमें health impact पड़ जाएगा, आपकी आंखें खराब हो जाएंगी. We're not talking about that. जब शुरू में computers आए थे, as Sonali said, तो लगा कि भाई साहब ये jobs चली जाएंगी, people will become unemployed, but did not happen. I mean, jobs go off and then 10 are created. So industry 4.0, you cannot say it's a positive negative. Yes, there are opportunities and then there are challenges. So being challenges does not mean it is a negative thing. Industry 4.0 actually is not a negative. It is something which is a new revolution. It is a new industrial revolution. If you're not ready to get growth in this revolution, that is your challenge. Does not mean it is bad. You should be very careful in that. COVID can be said, okay, it was a good, it was a bad. COVID phase may there were certain good things, which we learned in the form of learning, but largely it was a bad thing. It should not have happened. Industry 4.0 is something industrial revolution should happen. Everybody wants it should happen, but then there are challenges and you should be ready for that. Anyhow, this is there, and Sumesh, you need to participate more in the discussion. Ravali has a very good command in introduction and conclusion, only because protected environment was given to you, Ravali. I told you to speak, but I fear that if it is open, you may not even enter, because in the second body part you get 6. So I give you 7, 6, and 7. Body part may you are not in position to enter because of the aggression in the group, because people are not letting you speak and you are not getting opportunity to enter. So you need to push through, right? You need to practice so that you need to become a little more aggressive, and you need to push through and speak 2 to 3 times in the body part also. How to enter into the GD? There's a video kept for that only. You just listen to what is the best way to enter into the GD. You said it is relevant because, and you also gave some kind of data that 2018 में World Economic Forum created 4th Industrial Revolution. You talked about artificial intelligence kind of domains and drones and all. You also said that, okay, earlier industrial revolution, how they used to be different from this industrial revolution. So we should talk about that. And that was the point you raised in introduction. Points were relevant. Even conclusion was relevant. But as I told you, that is if somebody gives you chance, then you can speak very well. You put effort also and you have prepared the topic also. That is a good thing in you. But if you are not in position to speak, then you may lose. Harshit ko I'll give 6, and the body part may not give you marks by because you have not spoken much. And third may Harshit has scored good, that is conclusion may he has scored 7. Harshit is also the same kind of guy, he can speak, but in the body part he did not enter because chaos was there. He said it's currently relevant. He said earlier 2 revolutions were there, but under British Empire, we were under the British control and we could not get much. This time we have the opportunity. So this is how I think Harshit has participated, and in the conclusion part he could speak on behalf of others also. That was the best part, and conclusion part was best for Harshit. Jyotsna ko I'll give 6.5 in each of the sections, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. She said there are benefits and there are disadvantages. So disadvantage is not the right word, Jyotsna. It is the challenge and we have to overcome those challenges. There is no disadvantage of Industry 4.0. It is important topic, she said, and she said that, okay, internet, during internet, availability of internet during COVID has, helped us a lot. So maybe it is a little deviation. We should say that internet is a technology and it will be very, very helpful in Industry 4.0. So yes, it is going to be helpful. You said that we need Industry 4.0. That is what Jyotsna said. We need that. And this is how her point was. But then she was focusing again and again on disadvantage part. Actually, it is not disadvantage. She should say, oh, it's a great opportunity, but understand there's a challenge also. Opportunity ko harness karne ke liye, guys should be ready. So is India ready? Are Indian ready? Because industrial revolutions come and go. Many of the industrial revolutions, we have not even got anything. IT revolution mein Indians made a big name. Why? Because we were ready. Little bit we were ready. We were good in mathematics, we were good in English, we were good in engineering, we were good in technology, and then we could, Rajiv Gandhi and Sam Petruda created the field for us to, develop in the technology. The moment this revolution came in 1980s, all these technocrats, those who created Infosys and all these things, these guys, technocrats like you, they were getting education in IITs. We created IITs, IIT system were there, engineers were there. We are English people. By birth in our genes, mathematics is there. So the situation got created in such a way that India was ready in IT revolution. Go world over and ask Indian are good in what? They will say technology. They will say in mathematics. They will say in engineering. That is a profession people praise us for. So we were ready for that. Now Industry 4.0 is again coming. Are we ready for that now? And if we are not, we have to, create infrastructure. We need to do that. So that is how we should have gone further. DK, I give you 6, 6.5, 6.5. So DK started not very good in introduction, but later on he picked it up and he spoke in the body also and conclusion also. He said India is an emerging economy and youth population is something which is strength, and that is very important actually. So we are a young country, young in the sense that a majority of our population is in that age group where we can contribute, we can do job, and that is our strength actually. And in emerging economy, so that is another advantage. And yes, we can harness the benefit of this. We need to first prepare for it. That is what DK said. So he said that, okay, we have opportunity, but we need to get prepared. That was a good line of thought. He said there is an opportunity for India, so India has a great opportunity. So DK ka thought process was okay, but DK, you need to participate more and more systematic way. Saurabh, I'll give 7, 7, and 7. So Saurabh has done good in introduction, body, and conclusion part. He said it's an emerging area, and first we should see what we mean by Industry 4.0. Yes, we should understand what is the meaning of that. Then he, in the introduction, defined it also a little bit. He said it's a collaboration between human technology, human effort gets reduced, it's cost effective. So he defined Industry 4.0 to the group, and then he said there are challenges also, and less human intervention will be there, unemployment will come. Actually, I tell you honestly, unemployment will never come. Whenever a new technology has come, you pick up the history and give any example that new new technology came and then employment was lost. It is never there. When trains came and all this steam engine came, people thought, no, we have this horse cart and we will get unemployed. हमारा घोड़ा गाड़ी का क्या होगा? So can you visualize now life without the same fellow जो पहले घोड़ा चलाता था वो टैक्सी चला रहा है? You understand that? So जब भी कोई नई टेक्नोलॉजी आई, आप हिस्ट्री उठा के देख लो, आप ये प्रूव कर दो कि whenever a new technology came, there was a huge unemployment and the people died of unemployment. It was never there. Yes, you need to enhance your skill. Whenever new opportunity come, we need to acquire skill. During COVID, I'm a teacher. You understand? During COVID, everything shut down. My all classes, one fine morning, I get up and get to know that 10 centers in all over India where I used to take classes, they're all locked down in the morning. What was to be done? I watched my favorite movie the entire day. Did not even think. Then I thought, yeah, this is a really great opportunity actually for online now. Now you understand there are two kind of people in my industry. I'm talking about education sector. There are two kind of, and we discussed at length. I kept on mentoring, kept on motivating my younger teachers, my fraternity people that this is a great opportunity for you. Don't think it negative. Don't keep on thinking कि मेरा बंद हो गया, मेरा ऑफलाइन बंद हो गया. ये सोचो तुम्हारा ऑनलाइन खुल गया. सर इतना अनएम्प्लॉयड हो जाएगा, सर हम लोग भिखारी हो जाएंगे. ये नथिंग. And I tell you honestly, it is a mind game only. It is only mind game. Now I see जिन्होंने पॉजिटिव सोचा था वो आज ऑनलाइन तो चला ही रहे हैं. वो थैंकफुल है कोविड के, दो इट वाज अ बैड थिंग, बट थैंकफुल है कोविड के आया एंड वी एक्वायर्ड द स्किल्स, वी लर्नड न्यू थिंग्स और ऑफलाइन भी स्टार्ट हो गया अभी. यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट? एंड देन देयर वर अनदर पीपल हु थॉट नेगेटिव कि कभी नहीं हो सकता ऑनलाइन पे, तो कभी नहीं पढ़ सकता बच्चा, ऑनलाइन कभी नहीं चल सकता, बच्चा कितना दिन ऑनलाइन करेगा. दे वर फुल ऑफ नेगेटिविटी. आई टेल यू, I kept on telling them that I don't have the answer to the things. They kept on asking the questions that, sir, how it will happen, how it will happen. I said, I don't have answer, but I know one thing, that there will be something good. You just be positive, keep moving, and things will unfold in a positive way. And they unfold. You can't see those things beforehand. तुम्हें शुरू में पता नहीं होता कि क्या अच्छा होगा, वो तो जब होगा तभी पता चलेगा. लेकिन अच्छा होगा, you need to believe that, you need to get prepared for that. Challenges are going to be there and you need to convert that. यही चीज इंडस्ट्री 4.0 वगैरह में भी है. There are going to be challenges. Yes, some people may lose one kind of job. As I told you, as a teacher, I lost offline job for last 2 years. But then so many opportunities. I tell you, earlier I used to work 6 to 7 hours. Now I work 18 hours. Why? Because रात को 12 बजे भी काम मिल रहा है, 12 बजे भी काम करने को है. Another GD is at 11 o'clock. Tell me, I could have taken 11 o'clock GD in the offline my center? No, because offline center closes at 8 o'clock. That means something closes and more things open up. That is the history. The history tells you that. Otherwise, you give me an example that, sir, this technology came, people became unemployed. It never happens. Only that fellow becomes unemployment who does not skill himself, who does not prepare himself, who does not faces the challenge. That is the thinking we have to keep for this discussion. Then comes Sonali. So Sonali, there is a hesitation in introduction. Then you could not speak in body part also, but in the conclusion you could speak. So you need to break that inertia. You need to start speaking, Sonali. There is a structure in introduction. Follow that structure. Practice that. Speak at home. Those couple of lines in the introduction. And body may also, as and when the people are participating, you start participating in that. And you said data science and artificial intelligence. You quoted some technologies in introduction. You said less human effort will be there, but robots will replace human being. Digitalization, you said office work will be replaced, paperwork will be replaced. So you were more or less tracking what the good things which will come from industry 4.0. But industry 4.0 is far more than that. It is not like something replaced by robot or some work being done by computer. It is not that. Industry 4.0 is far bigger a concept than whatever we people are talking about. Amar, I'll give 6.5 and 6.5 in introduction, 7 and 6.5. So Amar, in the body part, Amar is very strong in the body part. He can enter, he can speak. In the body part, he can do that. He talked about industry 4.0 in the introduction, but then he took it to a he took it to a very narrow perspective. He said it is additive manufacturing. It is not additive manufacturing. It is far more than additive manufacturing actually. So he talked about cloud computing, additive manufacturing. Industry 4.0 is far more than that. He said positive aspects are there. He said 2011 Germany brought it. Then connectivity between physical and virtual world. He talked about that. But in the conclusion, Amar kept on talking about some health, health and aerospace domains, and I believe they were only your point. They were not the point of entire group. So Amar, you concluded, and in the conclusion, you only gave your point. You did not give the points of other members, right? You should have given the points of other members also. And conclusion has to be group conclusion, not your points only. Then Divyanshu, I'll give you 6 in the introduction. Body may I'll not give you marks because you participated very less, and then 6.5. So you talked about 3D printing, cloud computing, pros and cons, infrastructure India requires, adaptability by the people. So the important point you raised, Divyanshu, was that people in India need to adapt to the new things, and infrastructure is as of now lacking. That is what Divyanshu said in the body part. That was good. So if I give you overall now, so there will be some people who are in the green zone. So Saurabh, and then Amar, Jyotsna, DK, Ravali, they are towards the green zone. Somesh, Harshit, Divyanshu, Sonali are towards the red zone. So you need to basically prepare in such a way that you try to get into safe zone. This is from my side, and now let me tell you about the topic. Industry 4.0 is a very relevant topic, and it's a great topic, buzzword nowadays. Think of what word you will use. You can't always say that it's a relevant word, important topic, relevant topic. No, think of what new thing you will say. Okay, friends, the topic for the discussion today is new industrial revolution, industry 4.0. And remember one thing, that topic which they give, keep reading it. You need to speak the exact topic, and you need to talk about that topic. So you'll say, okay, friends, the today topic given to us is new industrial revolution, industry 4.0. It is the new buzzword. Everybody talks about industry 4.0, but very less people are aware about the kind of opportunities which may unfold in industry 4.0. Since it is a new industrial revolution, friends, I think our discussion should be in the direction of what in the past revolution have occurred, how those revolutions were different from this industry 4.0, what are the tremendous opportunities to our country in industry 4.0, what are the challenges and how we can overcome those challenges and convert that into opportunities. So let's open the discussion now, friends, and discuss in these lines. Whenever you will talk positive, whenever you will talk something about optimism, that will be appreciated more. Like I tell you, smiling face is always liked. Like if you keep smile on your face, that is always appreciated by people than if you are very frowning, right? That face people don't like. Similarly, if you talk about positivity, if you talk about optimism, that is appreciated more. And even the observer values that thing more. If you smile, if you're active, if you talk positive, then observer gives you more credit. That is a human tendency, I tell you. So whenever you get opportunity to talk about something and you talk about very negative about that, then people may not appreciate. Like I give you example of COVID. COVID, good or bad? You will say, yes, it was bad. It was bad and many people lost their lives and it was not good. It should not have been repeated. But friends, on the other side of that, humanity runs on the optimism and we could learn many things. And then optimism पे छोड़ो ना उस बात को. You take any great leader in the world, जो बात optimism पे छोड़ेगा उस leader को लोग हमेशा याद रखेंगे, वो great leader बनेगा. और जो negative बात करेगा, गलत बात करेगा, negative फैलाएगा, उसको लोग appreciate नहीं करते. So when you get opportunity to talk something optimistic, something about the positive, तो आप वो opportunity लो और उसके बारे में बात करो. Opportunities बताओ, tell about the challenges and give the solution. I don't want you to tell me only problems. I want you to tell me problem and then tell me the solution also. Yes, problem is there. We cannot ignore it. We cannot close our eyes. There is a problem. But then do you have you thought of a solution also? Okay, industry 4.0 mein, what are the opportunities? India is a growing economy. India is a huge population. So opportunities are our youngsters, technocrats, educated people. They can acquire skills. They can get jobs. They can, develop our economy. GDP growth can be there. When we talk about 5 trillion economy, we can become 5 trillion economy. And India is one of the fastest growing economy in the world. We are all ingredients are ready and we can take the benefit of this. Earlier industrial revolution we must have missed because we are under the British Empire or something like that, or maybe infrastructure wise we were not that ready. But now industry 4.0 is largely related to mind, and Indian mind is the sharpest mind in the world. So maybe we can get the benefit in this. So we are ready now. Now what are the challenges? When we talk about the skill enhancement, our population is highly diverse. There are highly educated people, there are IITs, and then there are majority people who are not even 10th pass. there are people, there are cities like Hyderabad, and then there are cities in some other states of India where the infrastructure is very poor. So how to get benefited uniformly? So we need to develop the infrastructure, we need to develop the awareness among people, we need to enhance their skill, we need to make them industry 4.0 ready actually. So when we say we, it is a duty of individual also. We know that now opportunity is going to knock our door, and it is knocking in the door. What stops us from learning additive manufacturing? You are a mechanical engineer. What stops us from acquiring those skills which you are talking about, artificial intelligence, machine learning and all? This is individual level. We cannot say our college mein curriculum nahi tha, अरे आजकल तो available है, सब सीखो. Then it is a responsibility of organization, college, it is a responsibility of government. So everybody is to play their role and create ecosystem so that this opportunity could be harnessed and we can convert the challenges into opportunities. So everybody is to play their role and we need to get this particular thing done. This is all about this particular topic. And from my side, anything you want to ask or tell now? Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
हाँ, सर मैं ये बोलना चाहती हूँ कि जब इंट्रोडक्शन दे, मतलब जो भी 2 मिनट का टाइम दिया जाएगा के बारे में बोलने की स्टार्टिंग, उसमें कितना बोलना है, मतलब कोई भी टॉपिक के बारे में क्या कुछ पॉइंट, मतलब
आपको इतना ही टाइम मिलेगा that you will be in position to speak couple of sentences and introduce the topic to the group. After that others will cut you. So you will be in position only to speak maximum for 2 minutes. If nobody,
मैं NMDC की बात कर रही हूँ, तो मतलब वहाँ पे ऐसा 2 मिनट मिलता है वो टॉपिक के बारे में.
whosoever enters first get the chance.
सर
Nobody will give you time.
पहले सबको टॉपिक के बारे में सबको बोलने दिया जाता है. उसको नहीं.
Whosoever starts, they will say okay, start it now.
सर डिस्कशन
Sonali, in actual GD, nobody will give you chance to speak. You have to snatch the chance. You have to introduce the topic. You have to jump into the topic. Listen to that video, how to start GD. The moment he says start it, you have to jump. Good morning, friends. My name is Sonali, and I thank you all for giving me opportunity. Or let me start the topic here. And friends, the topic given is this. In my opinion, this is a relevant topic, and it's a buzzword nowadays. Friends, I think we should take our discussion in the direction of you need to be fast, you need to be accurate, you need to follow the structure.
Sir, basically, I want to ask in addition to this, okay, if we have to just jump or start. If like me, any 1 or 2 guys are overlapping with my, then anyone have to stop or back out, na?
हाँ, रुकना पड़ता है, वो दौड़ना पड़ता है. You need to run, and जो ज्यादा तेज रन करेगा वो निकल जाएगा आगे. और अगर तुम पैरेलल रन करते रहो, दोनों के नंबर करते हैं. हाँ, पैरेलल रन करते रहे.
सर ग्रीडी टाइप का भी हो जाता है कि हाँ एक दूसरे को काटने में लगे हुए हैं, तो उस तरह का एक नेगेटिव आता है.
बिल्कुल होता है.
तो सर
बिल्कुल होता है.
उस चीज में क्या करना चाहिए? थोड़ा we should back out.
You can back out if somebody is running faster than you. If you think somebody is running faster than you and better than you, you should stop. Otherwise, this is case to case basis. The moment you practice, I can tell you in that particular situation how it all goes. But you should not parallelly speak.
Yes sir, हो जाता है क्योंकि आप अभी एक को if you're saying एक को आप मौका दे रहे हैं, लेकिन जीडी जो एक्चुअल तो होगा नहीं.
एक्चुअल में एक ही आदमी बोलता है, वो भी प्रैक्टिस करेंगे हम. We will practice that also.
Yes
sir. सर जैसे कि आज की जीडी में भी ऐसे हुआ था कि ओवरलैपिंग हो रही थी, तो अभी आपने बताया कि पैरेलल अगर हम दोनों चलते तो उनके भी मार्क्स जो है वो डिडक्ट होते हैं. तो सर इस ऐसे अगर हम वेट करेंगे तो फिर हम बोल ही नहीं पाएंगे, सामने वाला फिर बोल जाएगा, अपनी बात कह जाएगा और हम नहीं कह पाएंगे.
ऑब्जर्वर को पता लग जाता है. ऑब्जर्वर नोज कि किसने क्या बोला, कितना बोला, वो पास करता है तुम्हें. वो बड़े ध्यान से सुनता है. और एक्चुअल में तो वहां 5-4 लोग बैठे होते हैं ऑब्जर्व करने. 4-5 लोग बैठे होते हैं. HPCL में तो 7 लोग बैठे होते हैं. जितने कैंडिडेट होते हैं लोग बैठे होते हैं ऑब्जर्व करने. सुन रहे हैं तुम्हें क्या बोल रहे हो तुम. दे ऑब्जर्व यू वेरी मेटिकुलसली. सी हियर
ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर हम जबरदस्ती, जैसे कि वो कोई सामने वाले जो 2-3 पर्सन वो अपनी बात कह रहे हैं और वो कहने का मौका ही नहीं दे रहे हमको, और फिर भी हम जबरदस्ती जम कर रहे हैं, और देन फिर भी जबरदस्ती जा रहे हैं। तो ऑब्जर्वर भी फिर इन चीजों को देखेगा कि आप दूसरों को कहने का मौका भी नहीं देते और आपको जबरदस्ती जाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
अगर आप काम की बात बोल रहे हैं और आपको कोई बोलने नहीं दे रहा और आप एंटर कर रहे हैं, तो ऑब्जर्वर को पता होता है, ही नोज इट। नोज इट के कौन ऑब्स्ट्रक्ट कर रहा है, कोई काम की बात नहीं बोल रहा है, बेकार ही बोल रहा है, उसके बोलने का कोई मतलब नहीं है, उसके नंबर करते हैं। मैंने वही बताया ना कि अगर आपके पास काम की बात है, कंटेंट है, और तुम्हें बोलने का टाइम नहीं मिल रहा है, और तुमने एक ही लाइन में बोल दिया और जो बोला काम की बात बोली, तो तुम्हें नंबर मिलते हैं उसके। हाँ डीके अनम्यूट, डीके अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ। Anything else you want to say, your turn?
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, how many people are going to be in the GD session, sir, for NMDC?
Let's assume 7 to 8 only.
And how many are going to pass the gate?
Assume 3 to 4.
Okay.
Sometime all 6 will pass, sometime only 1 will pass, sometime 3 to 4 will pass. So on an average 50 to 60% pass.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
It's all about practice.
सर आई वांट टू आस्क सर, अगर जीडी में कोई पास होगा तो ही उसको इंटरव्यू में जाने के लिए मिलेगा? वो तो नंबर ऐड ऑन होगा ना, सिर्फ 15%।
देखो 2 फॉर्मेट होते हैं, 2 फॉर्मेट
हाँ।
होते हैं। अब एनएमडीसी का पिछले साल का मैं कुछ बच्चों को बुलाता हूँ, तो हमें बता देंगे। आई विल कॉल सम ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स हु गॉट सिलेक्टेड लास्ट ईयर। लेकिन 2 मॉडल होते हैं, एक तो एचपीसीएल मॉडल होता है, जिसमें आप अगर जीडी में पास नहीं होंगे तो इंटरव्यू में नहीं जाओगे, वो एचपीसीएल है। एक आईयूसीएल होता है कि जीडी और आप दोनों ही दोगे, लेकिन एलिमिनेशन है दोनों के अंदर, एलिमिनेशन दोनों के अंदर। और बाद में पता लगता है कि मैंने इंटरव्यू तो दे दिया लेकिन मैं जीडी में फेल हो गया, मेरे को जीडी में पास ही नहीं किया, वो भी है। तो आप ये अज्यूम करके चलना कि एलिमिनेशन होगा जीडी में। आई गिव यू वन केस, लाइक सपोज यू आर टॉपर, योर स्कोर इज वेरी गुड,
यस सर,
एंड यू गो इन द जीडी एंड डोंट स्पीक एनीथिंग, यू कीप साइलेंट, डोंट स्पीक एट ऑल, यू विल नॉट पास, they will not pass you.
Okay sir.
It is not that आपको नंबर कम मिल गए या नंबर 0 मिल गए फिर भी पास हो गए बिकॉज ओवरऑल मार्क्स ज्यादा थे, ऐसा नहीं होता। तो देयर इज कट ऑफ, अज्यूम करके चलना कि कट ऑफ होती है, तुम्हें क्लियर करनी पड़ती है, ये मान के चलना।
और सर अगर किसी का नंबर थोड़ा कम है, ज्यादा कम नहीं है, थोड़ा एवरेज है, और अगर वो जीडी और वो इंटरव्यू में अच्छा करेगा तो उसका सिलेक्शन हो सकता है मेरिट लिस्ट में?
देखिए अगर आपको कॉल आई है तो देयर इज अ होप, मेरे को ही लगता है, और उसी पर्सपेक्टिव से तुम्हें आगे जाना चाहिए, और तुम्हें दिमाग से बिल्कुल निकाल देना चाहिए कि मेरे मार्क्स कितने हैं रिटर्न में, मैं कहाँ पे स्टैंड करता हूँ। तुम्हें अपना 100% देना चाहिए अगर तुम्हें पास होना है।
सर वन क्वेश्चन फॉर ऑल, कितने लोग हैं यहाँ पे जो पर्सनल के लिए आ रहे हैं?
यस मैं एचआर के लिए हूँ।
हाँ मैं भी। और कितने लोग?
एनएमडीसी में बहुत से बच्चे हैं जो एचआर के लिए हैं। आई थिंक जोस्ना इज आल्सो फॉर एचआर।
Yes.
And there are at least 20 guys for HR जो NMDC में, जिनका मैंने HR का किया है HR. I think
those who are cleared, yes sir, those who are cleared UGC net, they will be appearing for the HR interview.
10 times वो लोग बुला रहे हैं।
Sir, there is 22 seats है और मतलब approx 220 के आसपास बुलाएंगे वो।
1:10, they are taking like 1:10.
I tell you, competition is always less people prepare as of now. I tell you honestly that. See, as we talk, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, they call 20 times BARC, and people say BARC interview is very difficult and everything. Now I'm conducting the mock snaps of students for BARC. Students actually do not prepare. I'm telling you that honestly, they don't prepare religiously. As of now, that mentality is not there. That we have to prepare for interview as harsh as we are preparing for written exam. If you start preparing for interview as harsh as for written exam, interview is a simple thing. It is not a difficult thing. Number 2, like many people who prepare very good for written exam also, but they don't score good. Why? Because they're under pressure psychologically. So interview is all psychological game. If you go to interview with the mentality that even if I pass or fail does not matter, I am to give my best, you will get very good score. So the two situations are required.
Sir.
You prepare like anything. You prepare very, very harsh, 18 hours, 20 hours, and then don't expect the result. If you can do that, you will surely do very good. These two things you do. Prepare for 18, 20 hours. Prepare very harsh. And don't expect anything in the life. I'll get pass, I'll get fail. You say whatever happens, that happens for betterment. You say that, but you know, it is not theoretical things. These are not theoretical words. You need to implement this. Why? Because the moment you will be sitting in the interview, he'll be asking some question. Student keep on sitting on judgment. Okay, he asked me this question. I forgot the formula. Now I'll not get passed. I'll not get a job. My life is now ruined, and now I'm over. So that is, they keep on thinking that way. You should not do that. You go to the interview assuming that interview is not, I'm to give my best. I'm to give my best. Interview does not depend upon how many questions you answer correctly or incorrectly. You need to give your best, and you need to assume that if I do not get today, and I need to wait for 1/4 more year, or if I don't get into public sector at all, suppose, then life is not going to stop. I'm not to, it should not affect me. I am to give my best. I have done my job properly. If that mentality comes, it gives confidence on your face, different kind of confidence, and that confidence get you selected. That confidence get you selected. Actually, you know, one of the interview question asked to me in IIT Bombay. I went there for a teaching job. IIT Bombay. They asked me a question. There are 4 candidates, Dr. Vijayendra. All 3 candidates are educated from top universities of the US, and you are from India. So why we should take you? I said, sir, I prefer to stay in India. I worked in DRDO as a scientist. I prefer to be in this country. Though I got all the top universities for MS and PhD, and I've done very good research work. I know Indian university far more than all these guys. And I know how to teach. In your process of recruitment, you are not even considering that factor. You saw my research papers, you saw my academic background, you did not ask me to teach. I'm a wonderful teacher. I'm teaching for the last 5-6 years to students. You know, I kept on speaking with full confidence because I was having a couple of jobs in my pocket. So I was not fearing whether Bombay takes me or not. They don't take me. I was the only person got selected in that process. So if you are confident, that is what I'm telling you. If you're confident, you have nothing to worry. Give your best. And if you do that, you will get always better. डरो मत, अपना 100% दो, डरो मत. ये 2 चीज कर लो. करता क्या, बच्चा 100% देता नहीं और डरता इतना ज्यादा है कि पता नहीं क्या होने वाला है. ये तुम रिवर्स करते हो. एफर्ट नहीं कर रहे हो, डरते बहुत. पहला दिन जीडी चलता है, बच्चा पूछता है, सर what is my performance, how many marks I'm getting, and sir how shall I overcome this? Arey, how do you know in the first GD? It is the first GD. Go for 5 to 7 GDs with me, give your 100%, and if you don't improve, then you should be worried, not in the first day. All I can say is this: just give your 100% effort, and everything will fall in line. Everything with practice, it falls in line. There are so many questions, the answer of which I cannot give you. Like, sir, if somebody is speaking, I'm also speaking, so what to do? Not this, unless until you start speaking parallelly with somebody and you are so expert that he cannot run with you, he cannot chase you. So you will realize the day you become so expert, you will realize, no, he cannot chase me. Let him speak. I'll speak and he will stop. So that comes with practice. Actually, it comes with practice. So nothing to worry, just keep practicing. And another thing what you should do is, I'm taking HR questions from, if you're from HR, I'm asking HR questions from many students, like labor laws. To some student, I'm asking, what is the Minimum Wages Act?
Yes.
What are the provisions to women in this particular labor law? So you should not only listen your HR, you should listen the HR of others also. When I'm asking them question, keep a copy. अभी लेबर लॉ से क्या क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, या एचआर में से क्या क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, एचआर के ट्रेड्स में से क्या क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. यू कीप अ डेडिकेटेड कॉपी and keep writing everything, keep practicing. If this question comes, what answer I'm going to give? If this question comes, what answer I'm going to give? So it is the preparation you have to do parallel. And on the panel, there are so many snaps are also kept. Keep listening every day the snaps. This question, what is answer? This question, what is answer? So if you do that thing very seriously, your preparation will be very good.
So how we are going to get those questions, sir, on labor laws and all?
नहीं, मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि मैंने वो बच्चों से पूछे हुए हैं सारे एचआर के अंदर. एनएमडीसी के जितने एचआर के लिए बच्चे आए हैं 15-20, मैं डेली उनके एचआर ले रहा हूँ, उनसे किसी न किसी से कोई ना कोई क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ. वो तो मिल मिला के एचआर के क्वेश्चन आपके हंड्रेड्स में क्वेश्चंस हैं.
सर वो कहाँ से मिलेंगे, वो भी तो मैं पूछ रहा हूं.
पैनल पे है ना तुम्हारा एचआर सारे बच्चों का. आप दूसरों का भी देखना स्टार्ट करो. अपना तो तुम देखिए, दूसरों का देखो, इसका एचआर हुआ है, वो तो मैं शुरू में बोलता ही हूँ. ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट योर एचआर फॉर एनएमडीसी, यू आर गोइंग फॉर एचआर एग्जीक्यूटिव. सो लिसन टू व्हाट क्वेश्चन आई एम आस्किंग टू हिम आल्सो. तो आपको पता लग जाएगा ना ये क्वेश्चन पूछे जा रहे हैं. राइट, डू दैट विद, प्रिपेयर इन दैट पर्टिकुलर वे. Chalo, I ended the session now here only.